We have continued institutional activity here in the crypto sphere during times of extreme uncertainty, doubt, and fear. We have a Canadian investment entity adding just about 7,000 bitcoins to their holdings recently here. Now, looking at XRP, it would appear we have found ourselves below our 46-cent previous support level. Daily candles have opened and closed with wicks and bodies beneath it, suggesting resistance overhead. We are not too surprised because bearish robos have been in play technically here. We have, the sell for and bearish cross around 72 cents, which has saved us from a crippling 52% correction that has followed. So we always go with the flow of crypto, and we watch out for EngineeringRobo. We will invest 20% at the next significant support level, so that is going to be, sadly, all the way down at 25 cents. That is going to be the strongest support line at the moment, with resistance confirmed overhead. We have 30 cents visualized here as a potential pivot point. We're not eager to invest in at that level. We are looking for, bullish interactions with it. If significant support has been determined, we can then consider investing in at it regarding our 20% support-based investment ratio, though 25 cents at the moment is still going to be the strongest horizontal level that we do anticipate continued interaction toward as long as bearish robos are present. So we are patiently waiting for further interaction toward support and the return of bullish robo advisors here. We're looking for similar instances where two of our chosen three robos became bullish, and we saw some nice upside that has followed. Bullish robo advisors have allowed us to experience over 90% in upside trading XRP, and bearish robos here have saved us from some dramatic downside, over 52% recently, and another example of another crippling 45% correction that we were saved from when EngineeringRobo turned to a bearish state. So we always go with the flow of the confirmations before jumping in and out of any situation. Once EngineeringRobo returns to a bullish state, we can invest 50% based on that confirmation, and when daily candles find themselves opening and closing above this solid descending trend line, whenever that may be, we can more comfortably invest a 30% investment ratio. So let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto. What are you doing with XRP currently? We do anticipate continued unsightly sideways or downside here until bullish parameters have been met. So the article mentions how the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is trading at nearly a 31% discount. We have a quote from the CEO of MicroStrategy reading, "It took clarity and conviction to set up GBTC, and now Grayscale is demonstrating courage and commitment in their campaign to convert GBTC into a spot Bitcoin ETF. Such a move would be unprecedented in the United States, where the Securities and Exchange Commission has lagged behind other countries' authorities in approving a Bitcoin spot-based ETF." A quote from the Grayscale CEO reads, "I do think when things settle down and crypto starts to find its footing, you will see some of those more institutional buyers starting to step in, and some have already indicated that they are in fact starting to take buys at these levels." But in Canada, the world's first Bitcoin spot ETF has conversely benefited from this week's trading conditions. The Purpose Bitcoin ETF added 6,903 Bitcoin in a single day on the 12th of May, marking its biggest single day buy-in in history. Purpose now has 41,620 Bitcoin under management. And lastly, the article mentions the launch of Australia's first spot ETFs, one of which, the Cosmos Purpose Bitcoin Access ETF, bought shares in the Canadian Purpose offering. So not only did two Bitcoin ETFs launch in Australia, one of them being that Cosmos Purpose Bitcoin Access ETF, is getting exposure to Bitcoin by buying some of the shares of the Canadian Bitcoin Purpose Spot ETF. So, continued institutional accumulation. If you've been following the channel, you've been noticing my, inability to be bearish long term on cryptocurrency. Currently, I find it very difficult to be bearish on the space. I, see currently these current price conditions as a nice time to be accumulating Bitcoin with a slightly longer term perspective in play. In my opinion, a longer term uptrend is rather intact, though in the immediate short term here, this extreme sideways and volatility just may need to be what we need to go through a slightly necessary evil here before we can continue our euphoric rise to some soon to be revealed six-figure levels. But this is yet another instance of, institutions getting involved in blockchain technology, whether it be, implementation of NFTs, the metaverse, Web3, or Bitcoin accumulation directly. I do believe this is just, further adding to longer-term bullish aspects for cryptocurrency currently. Though, find this article in the description. So we are still patiently waiting for a bullish state to return back for Bitcoin in the short term here. As we mentioned, continued slappening is what's happening. So downside and or sideways may need to continue to occur as we interact with these visualized horizontal levels down below. $28,422 per Bitcoin is going to be a horizontal level we are looking for continued bullish interaction with. We are not eager to invest in at any of these prices because we are looking for further solidification of their significance. Though we are, suggested to be accumulating during times of extreme fear here based on the soon-to-be revealed fear and FOMO zones. Though right now, based on the, support and resistance strategy, right now, these horizontal levels visualized down below, we will need to further determine their significance before we can more, comfortably and confidently invest in at them. But we will invest 20% at support once we have determined. We will invest 50% more comfortably when EngineeringRobo returns to a bullish state. We're looking for, combinations similar to instances where we experienced tens of percentages in gains after bullish robos, a good 48% in upside after two of our chosen three robo advisors became bullish, another instance of 41% in gains. And we even have bearish robos in play, saving us from downside back in November, the main crypto correction that started us off 42% in downside after bearish robos. And then recently here, ever since the beginning of April of this year, we have been saved from a 36% correction. So we just go with the flow of crypto and we watch out for EngineeringRobo. We do anticipate still a six-figure level to be revealed here, but to be far more reasonable as a market top if you are looking for one, though in the immediate short term here, as we've been mentioning, extreme fear will have to play out here, and we may experience price action similar to May of last year, where we traded sideways all the way throughout May into the end of July. So weeks to months of sideways may occur. Then again, may not. 'Tis not impossible, though. We always go with the flow. Invest 20% at support, 50% when EngineeringRobo becomes bullish again, and 30% when daily candles find themselves above this descending trend line. $185,000 per Bitcoin is where we anticipate extreme FOMO to begin. We will, there's not impossible for us to surpass that level and interact up into the FOMO zone, potentially $200,000 per Bitcoin, though 185 is where we will be heavily considering, taking profit, selling some of our position, because when in the FOMO zone, we do anticipate not only extreme FOMO, many traders buying the what could be top of the market. Someone has to, hopefully not yourself, because you're accumulating during times of extreme fear here. Once we have reached the FOMO zone, we can plow to and through it, though we will anticipate leaving it eventually here and potentially returning to the fear zone before returning to that FOMO zone. Rinse and repeat. The cycle continues. And so right now, we are experiencing what appears to be the third interaction with the fear zone since our, technically most recent interaction with the FOMO zone, which hasn't been since, January of 2018. Right now, we've seen the fear zone, multiple times here, and we've set some very bullish all-time highs through last year, and we have yet to interact with that FOMO zone still. So, hold on tight through extreme fear and sideways. In the fear zone here, we may experience that multi-month sideways similar to 2021 price action, though we always go with the flow. Accumulate during times of extreme fear. Go, oh no, when there's FOMO. Watch out for confirmations and engineering robo. Thank you so much for hearing my analysis, and tune in for the next one.